Nice to meet you here in Riga, in Media Center. What can you say overall about expectations in Czech Republic before this European Championship? What the public, what society wanted from national team in this European Championship?
I believe everyone was expecting a tough tournament because a lot of the experienced players that were key players in the team for the past few years are more towards the end of the career, or they already ended the career in the Czech national team. So the expectations weren't too high. At the same time, we still believe we had the chance to fight for the fourth place. I think it was kind of unfortunate that the first game was against Portugal. It put a lot of pressure on the team that isn't together for such a long time. And the result of the match was very disappointing. And from that point, you can feel that the energy of the players is very nervous. And of course, the public opinion went a bit harsher on the team now, I would say. Everyone is quite critical on the players, on the coach. So the expectations were higher before the tournament.
Yeah, your two biggest stars are not here, Satoransky, Vesely. How big disappointment was that your biggest players are not here?
With Jan Vesely, it was kind of expected. He was injured at the end of the season in Barcelona, and there were not really high hopes for him coming to the Eurobasket. With Tomáš Satoransky, it was more hopeful, especially when he joined the team. He started the preparation with them, but on one of the first meetings, he already mentioned that he has some problems with his back, and then he traveled with the team to Spain for the preparational matches with the Spanish national team, and the problems weren't getting better. It actually got worse. So he stayed in Spain. He traveled to Barcelona, where he was getting the treatment, trying to do everything possible so he can join the national team again. But in the end, it was announced that he unfortunately couldn't come.
Yeah. How big role is for Vít Krejčí in this team?
He's adjusting to it. I would say he's not used to having such a pressure on him. You can see he's a very talented and skilled player. That's why he plays in the NBA. But at the same time, he's not on the same level of leadership as, for instance, Tomáš Satoransky, and he's still one of the younger players in the team. You can see that he wants to do better, for sure. He is still very open, very positive. He tries to break the performances, try to lead the team towards some good results, but it seems like he just cannot get this leadership role fully working, and it's fair to say it's his first tournament in such a role, and he's still learning how to do what to do, and fighting his way through it.
Mm-hmm. What's going on with basketball overall in Czech Republic? I remember Nymburk team. What's about local league there?
Nymburk is always trying to do the same thing, to bring one of the best Czech players available and mix them with some Americans. And when they manage to get a good chemistry, the team is doing well. They had a really good matches in the Champions League this year. So it was also giving some hopes for the Eurobasket that the players can perform on the same level. In general, with the Czech league, it's a bit problematic. There's a big gap behind Nymburk, and even though the league is trying to get some foreign players into the mix to bring the level of the league up, you can see on the young players that have just experience from the Czech league that on the Eurobasket the level is just too much for them. They are still young, they can improve, but it seems like this tournament they just can't handle to play against teams like Serbia or Turkey.
Mm-hmm. How can you describe how big disappointment there are in Czech Republic with your result in this tournament?
I think the disappointment is quite big, although it's more like a reality check for everyone. We knew that after the generation of Tomáš Satoransky, Jan Vesely, Ondřej Balvín, Patrik Auda, we would have some issues because the results of the youth teams weren't good. I don't think anyone was expecting such a drop in the results, that we are like struggling very, very much. And we didn't play too many good quarters on this tournament. Maybe the first one against Turkey had some high tempo, good shooting, good combinations. But apart from that, I think the main disappointment is not with the results, but more with the performances of the team, which are just underwhelming.
Yeah. What do you expect from tomorrow's night against Latvia?
I believe that the Czech team will try to do their best to at least, show that they can play basketball, they can have some good moments, to show the identity that Diego Ocampo wanted in the team. At the same time, I'm not sure how they will handle the pressure that they want to show something and they will get nervous again. Also, the home crowd will be playing a big role for the Latvians, and you could see against Estonia that already the atmosphere was, putting the guys under the pressure. They were making some mistakes, and as I said, like when the guys have just experience from the domestic league, they are not used to having like 8,000-10,000 fans being loud in a big arena.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you.